update. Appreciate it. Our reporter, Ati Mtongana. Now, in Alexandra, Johannesburg, President Cyril Ramaphosa addressed residents after protests erupted there last week. eNCA's Slindelo Masikane is there and joins us now live. So, Sli, we already know what the president said. I want to know how residents reacted to him.
Well, the ANC president definitely received a warm welcome from residents today. I don't know if the fact that the crowd had majority ANC supporters, whether that had anything to do with it, but there was definitely a loud cheers from the crowd. In fact, the crowd started getting quite impatient because they were waiting a very, very long time for the president to address them. A lot of them coming around 10 a.m. this morning in anticipation of that address, and he only pitched at around 2 this afternoon. So you can imagine that they were really, really ready to hear what he had to say. So a very warm welcome, nothing like we've seen with regards to how residents are reacting to their mayor, Herman Mashaba. Quite a very, very welcome warming for the president.
Yeah, and more promises, naturally, from the president.
Of course, of course. I mean, we were all under the impression that he would be coming to Alexandra to address the residents as president of the country. But it seemed that, 26 days away from election day, the ANC is definitely going to use any and every opportunity to campaign for those votes. And so he definitely came here and made all the promises that the residents were hoping for, calling on local and provincial government to work together. There was a bit of a veiled threat, I must say, when he mentioned the issue of cleaning up Alexandra. He said that his experience here, there's a lot of sewage on the road, human waste, rats, and people should not have to be subjected to these kinds of conditions, even calling out Mashaba, saying that he was too scared to come and face the people. But a lot of the issues around infrastructure and housing were also addressed. Let's just have a listen to what President Ramaphosa had to say.
Are residents actually satisfied with that promise, which we have heard time and time again?
There's a bit of mixed reaction, I must say, on the streets of on the streets of Alexandra, Shahan. A lot of the residents were actually really looking forward to addressing President Ramaphosa on their issues regarding housing, the housing crisis, regarding infrastructure, regarding RDPs, regarding the issue of foreign nationals and the mushrooming of these informal and illegal infrastructure. But that opportunity wasn't given to them, and I think that is the one reason that a lot of them weren't really satisfied with what they heard from the president. We did obviously speak to residents. Let's have a listen to what one of them had to say.
He didn't talk about how house allocation is going to be done, because there are people who have been long waiting for the RDP houses. Instead, houses are being given to the foreign nationals, which we don't know how our government is paying us back. We vote, we lose some basic needs like housing. Imagine, like an old mother like her, she is paying a rent to a foreign national.
Thank you so much.
Why our government are so accommodative to the foreign nationals? Not even mentioning the selling out of our own parliament, wherein Guptas used to appoint ministers. What's wrong with these foreigners? Why are they being given first preferences? That's the question.
So, Sli, lastly and very quickly, is there some finality or end to the so-called Alex shutdown then?
That's unclear, but it does not seem as though there are any more planned protests or barricading of roads or shutting down of the township. We, of course, know that Mayor Herman Mashaba is set to engage stakeholders that signed that agreement of intent back in 2016, just before Park Stau was taken out of office and replaced by Mashaba, by the voters here in Johannesburg. And he says he's going to meet with all the signatories of that agreement to find some sort of a resolution, because it was yet another plan or another initiative to fix Alexandra, sort of a continuation around the Alexandra Renewal Project, which was also something that the president touched on, that would also be something he would be looking into and ensuring that it continues. So with regards to protests, that does not seem like that will happen. But we also know, of course, that Mayor Herman Mashaba is hopefully going to engage residents on Monday evening rather, and that is if they'll allow him, because it seems as though the crowd today wasn't too particularly keen from hearing from the mayor. And I just have to mention before I go, Shahan, that there was a mention of possibly bringing in the army by the president to clean up Alexandra if Mayor Mashaba can't do anything about it.